Now, if you haven't heard about this city, this is actually ranked the #1 city in the state of Idaho. And if you don't know why, by the end of this video, you definitely will understand. Stay tuned. I'm gonna go deep into this and I'm excited to do this video for you. So today we're talking about Eagle, Idaho. One of my it's definitely in my top 3. It actually might be my #2 favorite city in the state of Idaho. And it's just because I love the lifestyle. I love the community in Eagle is just amazing. There's so much to Eagle that it has to offer, and the growth that's coming to Eagle as well. It's not as fast as many cities, for example, Boise and Meridian, but as far as growth, Eagle is definitely one of those places that's becoming a hot spot, especially for people relocating from California and Washington, where house prices are a little more expensive. They're moving to Eagle and it's about the same, so it makes sense for them. All right, guys, so now as far as where Eagle is compared to Boise, Idaho, if we look at the clock, we're gonna keep using the clock reference for this. So Eagle actually borders Idaho, but it's at about, if Boise is here, Eagle would be right there. Like, it's literally right next to it. So probably like 11, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there next to Boise. That's where Eagle is in comparison to Boise. So now as far as commute time from Boise to Eagle, Idaho, we're looking at about 15 minutes, depending on what side. From downtown itself, it's probably 10 minutes at the slowest, but if there's traffic, maybe 20 minutes. And commute time in Eagle is actually not as bad unless you're on 55. So 55, which runs through Meridian, Eagle, it's a hot road, so you're gonna get a lot more traffic congestion just on that road specifically. But as far as most other areas in Eagle, is pretty slow tempo. You don't really have to worry about getting congested in traffic or anything of that nature. But with that being said, Idaho overall does still have a lower commute time, so you don't really have to worry about that as much as you would anywhere else. Now, as far as commute times just to get from your house to somewhere else, you're probably thinking about anywhere between 10 minutes to 15 minutes at the most. So commute times in Eagle, Idaho are significantly lower depending on where you live. I just want to throw that in there. Now, obviously, the further away from civilization you decide to live, the further away everything's going to be. But for the most part, you're looking at about 15 to 20-minute drive at the latest. Entertainment wise, there's a lot of wineries, there's a lot of golf clubs, there's a lot of spas and things of that nature. So it's really big as far as people that are looking to retire, because cost of living in Eagle is pretty expensive. It's one of those areas where a lot of people do retire, or if you're a little well off, this is where a lot of people decide to move. Eagle, Idaho is known for luxury, and it's definitely where a lot of people end up staying to continue to enjoy that lavish lifestyle. Now, we also have a lot of things like these smaller ice cream shops, and we have some movie theaters around the area. There's a lot to do in entertainment wise: bike riding, trail riding, walking around the Boise River, the Greenbelt. There's so much to do in Eagle, and it's just such a beautiful place that you really can't go wrong with just coming out here, making a visit, and just figuring out what to do, even if you have no plans. Now, they are opening more plazas in the Eagle area, and it's continuing to grow, as I said. So with the growth is going to come more entertainment. So while it may be a little more limited as far as Boise or Meridian, where it's a lot more populated, Eagle is also growing in that direction, and there's going to be a lot more things to do as far as the entertainment aspect. But if you're a golfer, there's endless golf courses that you can check out, so I definitely recommend checking out golfing in Eagle. All right, now as far as the nightlife in Eagle, there's not too much of a big nightlife atmosphere. Like I said, it's more so like for retired people and people that are living a lot more luxurious and lavishly, but there is still Boise downtown. So when I was talking to a couple of the locals here, they always tell me, hey, we actually prefer to drive downtown to Boise if we, end up in that atmosphere. So as far as nightlife, it's going to be more so like breweries and, just a couple more bars that are going to be open rather than anything as far as the nightclub life. Now let's talk about the economy. So as I said, cost of living Eagle wise is pretty expensive, but with that also comes a pretty strong economy. So I will say, as far as what this business market looks like and just spending in general, it's going to be a lot more expensive. There are a lot of jobs in Eagle, and there's a lot, like I said, diving into it, there's hospitals, there's things such as banks and retail trades, there's going to be spas, there's going to be movie theaters, and a lot of restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants. So breweries, food, medical, those are a lot of the contributions to Eagle, Idaho. As far as the economy aspect, Eagle is in fact booming and it is in great health, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Now, as far as schooling in Eagle, I can send you guys a couple of links, so if you guys would like those links, make sure you guys comment below to shoot you over some helpful links with what schooling has to offer as far as the Eagle side of things, and I'm more than happy to do that. So now let's talk a little bit about home prices, but before I dive into that, I do want to mention that I am actually a licensed real estate agent in the state of Idaho, and as much as I love making videos just like this for you guys, I would love even more to help you guys with your home buying process. So contact my phone number, here it is right below, and I do want to let you guys know I am the one that answers the phone calls and text messages personally, so I am more than happy to help you guys and make sure that it goes as smooth as possible. Now let's dive right back into the content. So now the median price right now in Eagle, Idaho is actually $864,000. So it is pretty high compared to other areas such as Boise and Meridian and things of that nature. However, I'm gonna let you guys take a look at the types of homes right now. All right guys, so after seeing a little bit of what homes are, so that was actually next to one of the golf courses in the Eagle area. A lot of homes are backed up to either water or golf courses, which is awesome. Now, I'm not gonna say every home is. There are, you know, townhomes and luxury like condos and things of that nature. So if you guys are interested in those properties, those are also available. And then you do have your single family homes, which are a little smaller and a little more inexpensive. But as far as price range and the home styles that you're going to see in Eagle, Idaho, those are some of the nicer homes, and they are beautiful inside and out. Now, cost of living in Eagle, Idaho is a lot more expensive. It's actually 11.2% more expensive than the rest of the nation itself. So compared to the national average, that's how much more expensive it is to live in Eagle, Idaho. So if you're moving to Eagle, just know it is more expensive. But if you're not able to afford Eagle, you do have Meridian and Boise, which literally back up right next to Eagle, are relatively similar to Eagle. It's just not on the podium that I would put Eagle on. Now we're also going to dive into the pros and the cons of living in Eagle, Idaho. So one of the biggest pros that people really love about Eagle is the upstate living, the lavish lifestyle, the luxury, everything that Eagle has to offer as far as just fancy living. Now, another big pro about Eagle, Idaho is the outdoor recreation. We're talking about the natural beauty, the nature, the scenery, things of that nature, the wineries, all the galore as far as the different types of wine, the rich history behind the wines, things of that nature. And then for my golf enthusiasts, people that like to hike and things of that nature, Eagle just offers it all for you. But Eagle has just so much to offer as far as outdoor recreation. I know that is perfect for a lot of individuals that really love that high ticket living. Another pro that I actually already discussed was the low commute times. That is a huge plus in Eagle. I don't want to dive too much into it because I know I hit it on the dot already, but low commute times is definitely another pro. Now, Eagle isn't as populated, so another pro is going to be that it has smaller town charm. Now, it doesn't have the population of Boise, it doesn't have the population of Meridian, it doesn't have a population of a lot of big cities, but it does have a somewhat decent size and population to where it's got some small town charm. And as I said, it's just high ticket luxury living. Another pro is going to be its proximity to everything. So it's very close to Meridian, as I mentioned, it's very close to Boise, it's very close to Bogus Basin and all these different areas that you may want to go check out. And it's only a 15-minute drive just to hit the heart of Boise downtown. So as far as proximity, that's also going to be another pro. Now let's dive a little bit into the cons of living in Eagle, Idaho. Cons of Eagle are going to be the cost of living. Now, as I said, it does come with a high price ticket. So if it's something that you are able to take on, highly recommend it. Another con is because of Eagle and the lifestyle that it's attracting, there's rapid growth coming with that. And a lot of people are very attracted to Eagle, as I mentioned, especially from California and Washington. Another con is going to be the limited nightlife and entertainment. Now, while there is a lot to do, there could still be so much more, but as it continues to grow, I'm sure that that will definitely change. And the one final thing I want to add is going to be limited public transportation. And when I say that, I'm not talking about Uber and Lyft and things of that nature. We're just talking about buses and taxis, just buses and public transportation in that aspect. So Uber and Lyft are still a thing, and they're definitely booming out here as well. As far as public transportation, it is limited. Now we're going to dive into the things to do, and if you guys have anything else outside of that, I'm gonna ask you guys to go ahead and comment below so I can help you further to what you're looking for. So some of the things to do are gonna be Eagle Island State Park. So that's just a beautiful park. Check out this picture right here below. A lot of people love to have parties and celebrations and things of that nature and just hang out over there at the state park. Also, there's gonna be the Horse Ranch Vineyard. So that is just a beautiful spot. I highly recommend that you visit, especially if you're into that type of scenery, then I would definitely check it out. The next thing I'm gonna recommend that you guys do is the Payette Scenic Byway. So Payette River is just absolutely beautiful. You also have the Boise River as well that runs through Eagle, and it's just such a beautiful thing to see both of them. They're actually pretty close in proximity as well, so if you can check out both of them, that is something that I also recommend that you do. And then they also have Firebird Raceway. So if you're into races and cars and things of that nature, you'll definitely have a good time there. I would definitely put that on things to do in Eagle, Idaho. And then they also have the Idaho Balloon Adventure, which is actually where you can take a hot air balloon and go enjoy a ride. And I highly recommend, me personally, I haven't done it, so I'm gonna recommend that you go try it and you let me know how you enjoy it. But as far as the video, guys, that is it. I do want to mention one more time that I am a licensed real estate agent, so I would love to help you guys with your home buying needs. And if you guys have any questions, make sure that you contact my phone number right here. Call, text, or email. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already, make sure you guys do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos just like this. Thank you. See you guys at the next one.